So I think I had mentioned to you last week that we are going to be
ERP.
reviewing ERP.
Mhm.
So you have your own login already. You've already used this. So you'll probably be already familiarized with a lot of the things. So when we first get the ERP, our homepage, it has at the top here are different tabs where that we are going to be using. It also has a quick tabs. So you can also click on any of these blue buttons here, and it'll take you straight to that page as well. So for the most part, you've used our right here on loan apps pending review, our bar application, right? So this is
Yes.
where we go to view the application that our borrowers have completed online. So whether they went into our website or if the LO forwarded the link to them, when they complete the application, it'll show up on this bar application. So like this, the way we work. So all of us are able to view the applications. We see this Joshua's file. Everything he imported, everything was pretty much completed. If you scroll down, it'll have the documents that he should have uploaded onto our website as well. If you click this green button here, it'll download everything. If you click on each one of these, it'll download that specific file.
All right, get it.
On this bottom page here, you are able to comment. If you click on it, the tab will open up and you can type in whatever comment requested for the documents, right? If you hit submit, it'll save it and then it'll show up here at the top of it as a comment and whoever left that comment.
But the borrower cannot see those comments, correct?
I'm not sure if they're able to view those comments. I don't think they would be. I think it's only us that are able to view those comments. Last 2 weeks ago, I showed you from this loan application, if you click that XML button, it'll export the XML. We do have an option of editing this if something were to be needed to be changed, but for the most part, we don't really change the borrower's application. Back to view. Once we review the application, we send out an initial structure, and then that's when we would ask you or Gia or I would create it, but we want to create it into our prospect application. So this prospect applicant, that's where we've already been working with the file, but we haven't submitted it to the lender or to the bank. So one way would be if they did the application online and we have it, we would just click the save to prospect applicant and then just update everything that needs to be updated. So as processor, you always want to put my name and then the assistant yourself. Gia is able to view all of them because she has the admin account. So in order for me to view it, I do have to be assigned as a processor. And then you can just go through everything else and complete what needs to be completed. So this is their current address. If we know what their subject property is, we can type it in here. We can start putting in the property address and it'll show up here and it'll just fill it up. Or if you want to type it in, you can just type everything in. You would complete this bottom down here as well. So it's going to be a first lien. Sales price is going to match the appraisal value. This right here. Type of impound. If we know, if not, we can leave it blank. And we would click save, and then it would show up on our actual prospect applicant right here. So the Joshua Barnes, if you clicked on prospect applicant, it would be the number one here if we would have saved it, right? So like I said, this prospect applicant is where all the files that we receive initially, we do a structure review. If we still need to request updated documents to finish reviewing income or asset documents, we would have it here, and we would put in any comments as well. So as you can see, this one already has a comment. If we requested documents, we would leave a comment here, requested income documents, or whatever the case may be. So if the borrower does not complete an online application, if our LO sends us the borrower's information, the 1003 via email, and we ask you to create the prospect applicant, you would just go here, and then this green button up here says prospect applicant. We would just click that, and we would complete all the information again. So as the previous one, most of the stuff on here were already selected. If we go and do it ourselves, we do have to type up everything. If there's something that needs to be completed, it'll show red. If it's red and you click that save button, it won't save. Exactly. So everything needs to be completed in order for us to be able to save. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, if we created the save, once we create it and we need to update something, we can always go to this green button here and edit it, and then we can just put, in this case, let's say because this one doesn't have a file assigned, I'll assign you, and then I click save, and then you would be able to view this. Right now, because it doesn't have anyone assigned to it, none of the junior processors is able to view this particular file. Okay.
Yep.
So after that, after we've reviewed it, if it's a purchase, we've sent out our pre-approval letter, and once the borrower is ready to proceed and we submit the loan to the lender, to the actual bank, we go and create our pipeline. So if we have our prospect applicant, we just have to go to, similar as the other one, we just go to save to view pipeline, and then you would just update everything. So this loan ID here number is going to be our loan number that we selected. We select whatever bank we're using, and you can do registered or submitted. We have to go through the whole thing again. So we have to verify the information. We have to input the loan amount, when it was registered, the application was completed and it was submitted today. If we send out initial disclosures, that would go out today as well. If it was locked or when it is locked, we have to edit this. When we ordered the appraisal, let's say we ordered it again as well today because we got the disclosure signed. We have the subject property. We can just type it in. Let's say Fullerton, right? It's a purchase. So we just go ahead and complete all this information on here. We click save. And now once it's saved, if you go to view pipeline, it'll show up in our active files. So let's say that one we were working on is this Cindy Chen one. We click on the loan number and it has all the information we entered. So this one was submitted. We don't have the approval yet, or it hasn't been locked, so it doesn't have any dates. However, the appraisal was ordered and we already have the date that it's going to be inspected, the scheduled date. Down here as well, on each of these tabs, we have our comment section. As you've seen, we're trying to use the ERP more and more for us to be able to communicate between us processors and with the LOs. So if the LO has any questions, they can always come here to view the status of it, or if whatever comments we leave, they're able to come here. If they still don't find an answer to what they're trying to find, the question that they have, they can obviously always come to us, but we are trying to have them go use ERP more first. We are able to edit this. So let's say they locked it today. We can go to the lock delete and it was locked today for 30 days and the expiration date is already set for 30 days from here. So if you did 15 days, the lock expiration changes automatically. Once you make your changes, you just hit save and then when you go to the pipeline and you click on it, the dates will be updated on here. Any questions so far?